Alright, this is Call of Juarez Gunslinger from Techland, same people that made Dead Island and the earlier Call of Juarez games, which I've never played, but this one's only 15 bucks. It just hit Steam and Xbox Live and was on PSN yesterday, so I thought I'd give it a spin. Let's do normal. There's an Abilene, Texas near here. Kind of near.
Easy, boy.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight.
Hello, Molly.
That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed it.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Voice acting's pretty good so far. For a $15 game. Yeah, it's 15 on Steam, PSN, and Xbox Live Arcade. PSN came out yesterday, and the other two today. Once Upon a Time in Stinking Springs.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
The graphics are pretty cool, sort of partially cel-shaded. I'm playing with an Xbox controller on the PC version, by the way. Let me know.
You heard Pat. Need to stay here to keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Who's that?
Is he with us?
I didn't realize you could level up. That's cool.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Get one behind us! Stay on it! Cover fire!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Get out here! You think you can kill me too? Murderer! I'm done.
Cool little slow-mo effect.
Watch out! It's one of them! God damn it, he's right behind us! Where the hell's Garrett? Never around when...
Let's see. Dual wielding sounds good to me. Oh yeah.
Over there! Come on! They sent me some...
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
You ain't going nowhere!
Yeah, it is pretty impressive for him.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna get overlooked because it kind of soiled the Call of Juarez name with the last game.
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
I'm putting you down! You run for this, you hear me?
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Watch your flank!
I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave.
Deader than a rat in a trap.
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Bowdre.
How about that? Huh? You like that?
Nuggets. Huh. Looks like a pretty decent chunk of collectibles.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Character models.
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side!"
I'll try to talk more directly, but just my voice is here. I am at work after all, so I'm trying not to shout.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then. Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am.
Full wooden shield.
Now, where was I?
Ain't bothered me none. Go ahead.
You were heading for the barn.
Gonna gut you like a fish!
Making my way past the passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Time for a duel.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake. And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. And stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Pretty cool. I'm liking this quite a bit so far.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid. It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun. I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kid's escape raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Get away! Anybody see him?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
Juarez! Can't have gotten far. Gotta be around here somewhere. Then he broke out of jail.
Violence is not the answer.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
Get you!
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You!
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
coming from? Oh.
Put your headstone!
Children here.
I don't get
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
I got this! You won't get away!
In the lives of innocent people.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
I'll try to write. So I guess I used this already.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Oh, that Billy.
There he is!
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on mine.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
We can take him! Surrender yourself!
Over your head!
It's a women off the street! Arm yourselves! Tell him! How the hell did he get away?
Peek out, buddy.
Put down your weapon!
No. Can't reload well. Just fine. Good to know.
I got this! We're gonna be in deep shit when that gets back! You won't get away with this!
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. "Hello, Bob," I said. "I think you better let me go." And he says, "I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun." So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball.
Oh, nice
He intended to
shot.
kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Here's a heartbeat you can draw first. It's dishonorable, okay. Ah! Those duels are kind of tricky. Yeah, the cursor gets all slow and it's like real weighty. Like you move it a little and it flings off to the side. So it takes some wrangling. Damn. I'm also playing with inverted controls like I always do on first-person shooters on a controller, but then when you put a cursor on the screen like that that moves freely around, it throws my brain for a loop. Alright. This is gonna be
He
the one. I
intended to
can feel
kill
it.
me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Closer. Wow, I really suck at this part. It's kind of like having to pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time. Finally.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Alright. I'm gonna call it quits for the stream there. It's a nice ending point. I like it a lot. I mean, the duels there at the end of each level clearly get a little tricky. But I do like sort of the risk-reward where it's like, you can draw first, but that scene is dishonorable. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the actual game itself, when you're running and gunning, I like that quite a bit. I like the humor, I like the voice acting, graphics are pretty good. I think for $15, this is actually, you know, having only played a little bit of it, it's probably a pretty good bet. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll be back later or tomorrow or something with another time-wasting stream. See you later.